has already begun to slow. 4 quiet places are waiting in a single line. Nothing will rush you from one to the next. The hours can blur without effort. This is one long stretch of calm. The spaces will change, but the pace will not. And the night will keep carrying you forward. The service door has already latched for the night. A single work light remains on down the tunnel. Old tiles hold a dull shine in the dark. Nothing is about to open. No attention is required. The words can stay behind the silence, like air moving through unused tracks. A narrow corridor slopes away from the closed platform. Painted arrows on the wall point to staff only. Letters remain clear under dust. A chain barrier rests across the first bend. Links stay still. No tag flutters. Beyond the chain, the tunnel widens into an older section. Brickwork replaces tile. Number plates remain bolted to the ribs. Cable trays run in straight lines above the walkway. Clamps hold even spacing. No wire hangs loose. A maintenance rail follows the wall at waist height. Its paint is chipped but intact. No hand slides along it. Under the rail, a drain channel runs toward darkness. The grate stays dry. No drip reaches the metal. Farther in, a signal box sits recessed in the brick. Its cover remains shut. A small green lamp holds steady. No relay chatters. No alarm color appears. Only the low hum of ventilation remains. A side alcove opens behind a half-height gate. Inside, stacked crates sit under a tarp. The tarp edge does not move. A clipboard lies on a shelf. The top page is blank. No pen marks a line. The light in the tunnel does not sweep. It rests in fixed pools along the floor. Shadows stay shallow at the wall ribs. Footsteps would echo here. None arrive. A metal ladder climbs to a sealed hatch. Bolts remain tight around the frame. The hatch seam stays dark and dry. A warning label reads, "High voltage." Letters remain sharp. No cover plate shifts. Along the track bed, ballast stones remain settled. Rust rests on the railhead. No vibration travels through the steel. At the far end, the tunnel turns into deeper black. No headlight appears. Distance stays empty. A faint click comes once from somewhere behind the wall. Not a message, a routine check. Then the tunnel returns to its baseline hush. Near the second bend, an old station sign is fixed to brick. Its paint is faded. The name remains readable. Below it, a bench frame sits without its slats. Bolts remain in place. No seat shifts. A short pipe vents air into the corridor. The flow stays even. It does not cool further. Dust along the baseboard does not lift. The air remains gentle and steady. Nothing begins nothing ends. The forgotten tunnel holds its quiet state behind the service door, hidden and unchanged through the long hours before morning. Past the bench frame, the walkway narrows. A yellow line runs along the edge. It does not flicker. It guides no one tonight. A small emergency phone is mounted to the wall. The handset stays in its cradle. No call light appears. A junction cabinet stands under a mesh cover. The cover stays locked. A seal tag hangs flat against the screw. Inside, indicator lamps hold their same pattern. Green stays on. Blue pulses remain slow. A soft fan tone continues above the cable trays. It does not rise. It does not fade. It becomes easy to ignore. The work light remains steady. No bulb changes tone. At the last visible point, a wooden barrier blocks the track. Boards remain straight. A warning stripe stays bright under dust. Behind it, darkness continues. No sound returns from it. The chain barrier at the first bend remains in place. Links stay still. No latch clicks. The staff-only arrows remain on the wall. The letters do not peel. Nothing shifts in their direction. A narrow maintenance cart sits parked in a recess. Its wheels are braked. A tool bag rests on the lower shelf. Zippers remain closed. No strap hangs loose. Nothing rattles. On the brick near the cart, old chalk marks remain. Arrows and short numbers. They do not smear. They do not fade. A strip of reflective tape marks a low beam. It stays bright under the work light. A small puddle sits inside a cracked tile joint. The water is still. No ripple spreads. A drain grate nearby stays dry. No flow reaches it. Far overhead, the city continues without reaching this level. No footstep crosses the sealed platform above. No voice comes down the stairwell. Only the steady air remains in the tunnel. At the wall ribs, a small inspection plate remains bolted. Its paint is scratched. The screws remain seated. A barcode label sits under clear tape. Edges stay flat. A relay box beside it holds one dim indicator. It does not blink. It does not change. The work light continues. The tunnel remains quiet. A single drip sounds far away, once, then nothing. The sound does not return. Dust stays settled. The light stays steady. The tunnel keeps its fixed pools of light. The rails keep their quiet rust. The air keeps its even flow, and the sealed door above the slope stays latched, holding the city away until the first staff key turns in the morning. The work light keeps its fixed pool on the tiles. No bulb changes tone. No shadow shifts at the bend. Along the yellow edge line, dust remains undisturbed. The paint stays bright under grit. No No shoe crosses it. The emergency phone remains in its cradle. Its cord hangs straight. No call light appears. Behind the mesh cover, cabinet lamps keep their pattern. Green stays on. Blue pulses remain slow. No relay chatters. A soft airflow continues above the cable trays. It moves past the ribs and returns. The tone stays even. Near the cracked tile joint, the small puddle remains still. The water does not creep outward. No ripple forms. The maintenance cart remains parked in its recess. Wheels stay braked. The tool bag stays closed. On the brick, chalk arrows remain faint but readable. Numbers stay where they were marked. Nothing smears them. At the low beam, reflective tape holds its bright strip. It does not blink. It does not fade. Farther down, the wooden barrier remains straight across the track. Boards stay tight. The warning stripe stays visible. Darkness behind it stays deep. A single metal plate on the wall remains bolted. Screws stay seated. The barcode label stays flat under tape. The bench frame remains without slats. Bolts remain in place. No metal creaks. At the first chain barrier, links remain still. The latch remains closed. The tag hangs flat. A distant drip sounds once, then stops. No second drip follows. The corridor returns to its baseline hush. Air moves through the vent pipe at the same rate. It does not cool further. It does not carry new sound. Along the track bed, ballast stones remain settled. Rust stays on the railhead. No vibration travels through the steel. The recessed signal box remains shut. Its small green lamp stays steady. No warning color appears. The tunnel remains behind the latched service door above the slope. The city remains above it. Nothing reaches down here. A narrow conduit runs along the floor seam near the wall. Clips keep the line pressed to brick. No heat comes off it. At the ladder to the sealed hatch, bolts remain tight. The hatch seam stays dry. The warning label remains sharp. In a side niche, a pair of rubber gloves hangs from a hook. The fingers point downward. The hook does not sway. A small extinguisher bracket sits empty on the wall. Mounting holes remain visible. Nothing has been replaced. At the second bend, an old timetable frame is fixed to tile. The glass is clouded. Paper inside is blank. A ventilation grill sits high between two ribs. Its screws remain in place. Air passes without change. Near the service arrows, paint flakes remain stuck to the wall. They do not fall. They do not lift. short cable loop rests on a peg near the cart. The loop keeps its circle. The loose end stays tucked. At the drain channel, the grate remains dry. Dust collects at the corners. No water reaches it. The work light continues to hold the same rectangle on the floor. Edges remain clean. The pool does not move. Beyond the wooden barrier, darkness keeps its depth. No echo returns from it. No light appears. The tunnel remains quiet and contained. A small numbered plate is bolted to the rib near the floor. The digits remain readable under dust. No hand touches the metal. The low hum stays steady. The sealed corridor keeps its calm state. No signal changes. No door unlocks. The hidden tunnel holds, unchanged here. The glass doors have already been locked for the night. Warm humidity rests lightly in the air. Long rows of plants hold still under soft lamps. Nothing is about to change. You don't need to focus. The words can stay in the background, like air settling between leaves. A narrow path runs between raised beds. Dark soil sits flat and undisturbed. No step marks the surface. Metal labels stand at the edge of each row. Names remain clear. No tag shifts. Overhead, glass panels hold the night sky in reflection. Faint light rests across their surface. No shadow passes above. Condensation lines trace slowly downward. Drops join, then pause. They do not fall. Along the irrigation line, small valves remain closed. Clear tubing holds still water. No pulse travels through it. A timer box shows a dim display. Numbers remain fixed. No cycle begins. Broad leaves rest under the steady lamps. Edges remain still. No breeze lifts them. Thin stems hold their straight lines. Nothing bends. Nothing brushes past. A wooden bench sits near the center aisle. Its surface remains dry. No tool lies on it. A folded cloth rests at one corner. Edges remain square. It does not slip. Near the wall, a rack holds small pots in rows. Each pot sits evenly spaced. No one is missing. A tray beneath them remains clean. No water collects. No drip sounds. In the far section, taller plants rise toward the glass. Their outlines remain soft in the dim light. No movement breaks their shape. A support frame holds them upright. Clips remain in place. No tie loosens. A soft ventilation system moves air through the space. The tone remains low. It does not change. Air passes between leaves and returns. The pattern stays even. Near the entrance, a small desk holds a notebook. The cover remains closed. A pen rests beside it. No page turns. No mark is added. The record stays complete. Outside the glass, the night remains still. No wind reaches the panels. No branch touches the surface. Reflections remain faint and steady. They do not shift. A shallow basin near the center holds a thin layer of water. The surface remains smooth. No ripple forms. Light rests across it, then settles again. Time feels softened in the warm air. Minutes do not separate. The greenhouse holds its quiet cycle. Light remains steady. Air remains even. Plants remain still. A relay clicks once inside a small control box. One sound. Then silence returns. No system follows. No change begins. The greenhouse remains calm after the last visitor leaves. Along the far wall, a row of seedlings rests under a lower lamp. Their small leaves remain open. No mist falls over them. A humidity gauge shows a steady level. Numbers remain unchanged. No adjustment is needed. A narrow service door stands closed at the back. The handle remains still. No latch shifts. A warning sign rests flat against the panel. Corners do not lift. Near the path, a watering can sits on the floor. Its surface reflects a soft glow. No drop falls from its spout. Beside it, a coiled hose remains tucked against the wall. Loops stay in place. Nothing unravels. On the glass above, faint streaks of earlier rain remain. They do not move. They do not fade. Inside, warmth holds steady. Nothing cools. Nothing shifts. A small fan near the ceiling turns at a constant speed. Its motion remains quiet. It does not accelerate. Air flows downward and returns. The cycle continues unchanged. At the center, the bench remains empty. The cloth stays folded. The surface stays clear. No hand reaches for it. No tool is moved. In the basin, reflections remain soft and still. Light settles across the surface, then holds its place. No ripple forms. No drop breaks it. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The greenhouse holds its quiet state through the night, warm and steady, until morning light touches the glass again. At the edge of the path, a small sign rests near the soil. Letters remain readable. The stake stays firm. No marker shifts. No label fades. A hanging basket remains suspended near the frame. Its chain stays still. No leaf falls from its edge. Light touches it briefly. then settles back. Near the irrigation line, a single connector holds tight. No leak forms. No pressure builds. The system remains at rest. Nothing activates. A narrow shelf holds packets of seeds in rows. Each envelope stays flat. No corner lifts. Printed dates remain clear. No change is made. The glass panels above hold their faint reflections. The night remains outside. The warmth remains inside. Nothing moves. Nothing calls for attention. The greenhouse stays quiet. The lamps keep their soft level above the beds. No panel brightens. No bulb changes tone. The light remains steady. Along the path, the soil stays undisturbed. No print appears. No grit shifts along the edge. Metal labels remain upright. Names stay readable. Nothing tilts them. Condensation lines remain on the glass. Drops join, then pause. They do not fall. Reflections stay faint under the roof panels. No shadow passes above. The irrigation tubing remains still. Valves stay closed. No pulse runs through the line. The timer display remains dim. Numbers do not change. Leaves remain open under the lamps. Edges stay still. No breeze lifts them. Stems hold their straight lines. No tie loosens on the supports. The bench remains empty in the center aisle. The folded cloth stays at the corner. Its edges remain square. No tool is moved. No paper is added. Near the pot rack, spacing remains even. Trays remain clean beneath the pots. No drip reaches the surface. A watering can remains on the floor. No drop falls from its spout. The basin surface stays smooth. Light rests across it. No ripple forms. A thin reflection holds, then settles again. Air moves through the ventilation loop. The tone stays low. It does not rise. A ceiling fan keeps its constant speed. No change in pitch. At the desk near the entrance, the notebook stays closed. The pen remains beside it. No page turns. The glass doors remain locked. No handle shifts. Outside, the night remains still. No wind presses the panels. No branch touches the roof. Earlier rain streaks remain faint. They do not move. A small control box clicks once. One relay. Then silence returns. No misting cycle begins. No alarm tone follows. Along the far wall, seedlings remain under a lower lamp. Their leaves remain open. No spray falls over them. A humidity gauge holds its number. No adjustment is needed. The service door at the back remains shut. The sign stays flat against it. Corners do not lift. The coiled hose remains tucked in neat loops. Nothing unravels. Nothing begins, nothing ends. The greenhouse holds its warm, quiet pattern, steady and unchanged through the next stretch of night. A hanging basket remains suspended near the frame. Its chain stays still. No leaf drops from the edge. Light touches the basket briefly, then holds on the floor below. A narrow shelf holds seed packets in rows. Envelopes remain flat. Dates remain clear. No hand reaches in. No corner lifts. Near the irrigation line, a connector holds tight. No moisture forms at the joint. No leak runs down the tubing. The line remains dry and still. At the edge of the path, a small sign remains firm in the soil. Letters remain readable. The stake does not shift. Dust remains settled around the base. The ventilation loop continues. Air passes between leaves and returns. The sound remains even. No new smell appears. The warm air stays the same. On the glass above, a droplet slides a short distance, then stops. It holds its place. No second droplet follows. The basin remains smooth. The bench remains empty. The lamps remain steady. The room stays warm and quiet, held inside glass, while the night stays outside. Time softens again. Nothing changes its state. No door opens. No cycle starts. Only steady light and air remain. The greenhouse continues. The lighthouse door is locked from the inside. A single lamp glows in the stairwell. The beam outside keeps its slow rotation. Nothing is about to change. You don't need to focus. The words can stay in the background, like the tide moving under stone. A narrow spiral stair climbs around the inner wall. Painted steps remain dry and clean. No boot scuffs the metal. A handrail follows the curve. Its surface feels cool. No hand slides along it. Halfway up, a small window looks out to the harbor. Water holds a dark, smooth surface. No wake reaches the rocks. A row of dock lights sits far below. They do not flicker. They keep their pale pools. In the service room, shelves hold spare bulbs in boxes. Labels remain readable. Nothing is opened. A radio set rests silent beside a logbook. No static breaks through. No voice arrives. The beacon motor keeps its steady pace above. Not faster, not slower. A relay clicks once in the panel. Then the same low hum returns. Outside, the beam sweeps across open water. It touches the breakwater, then moves on. The sea remains calm beyond it. No boat light approaches. Distance stays empty. On the desk, a chart lies under a clear sleeve. Grid lines remain sharp. No page turns. A pencil rests in its clip. is added. The log stays blank tonight. A small battery cabinet shows one green lamp. A second lamp stays off. No alarm color appears. Ventilation moves through a grill in a slow loop. The air stays even. It never chills the room. Along the stairwell wall, a safety sign reads, "Keep clear." Letters remain clear. No tape edge lifts. At the top landing, a hatch remains sealed. Bolts hold tight around the rim. No draft slips through. Below, the harbor continues its quiet hold. Water shifts against stone, then settles. A gull call comes once from the dark. It fades quickly. Nothing answers it. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The lighthouse holds its steady work above the empty harbor, quiet and unchanged through the long hours before morning. Near the base of the stair, a coat hook holds a rain jacket. The fabric stays still. No zipper moves. A pair of boots rests on a rubber mat. The mat lies flat. No grit scatters from it. In the service room, a spare lens cap sits in a tray. It stays centered. No hand reaches for it. A wrench set remains closed in its case. Clasps stay shut. No metal clinks. Outside the beam, the horizon remains dark and level. Stars hold their positions. No cloud edge drifts into view. The rotating light returns again. It passes across the window frame, then slides away. A small thermometer near the desk holds its number. It does not climb. It does not drop. The radio remains silent. The logbook remains open. No line is written. Down at the dock, a flag line hangs without movement. Ropes remain slack. No knot tightens. A single buoy blinks far out on the water. Slow, measured. It does not change the harbor. It only marks distance. The stair remains dry. The handrail remains cool. The lamp remains steady. And the lighthouse continues its slow rotation, keeping the same calm pattern until the first pale light reaches the sea. In a wall cabinet, a spare foghorn fuse rests in a labeled slot. The slot remains full. No cover plate shifts. A small switch panel reads "Auto." The selector stays in place. No test is running. On a shelf, a coil of rope sits in neat loops. The loose end stays tucked under the last turn. Nothing unravels. A flashlight lies beside it. Its lens remains clear. The switch stays off. Above the stair, the lens room remains closed. A round door holds a tight seal. Its handle remains centered. Through a small porthole, glass prisms hold a faint shine. No hand wipes the surface. No cloth moves. Outside, the beam completes another sweep over the water. It crosses the buoy light once, then leaves it behind. The harbor stays quiet. The docks stay dark. No engine hum rises from the shore. A weather radio antenna stands on the roofline. Its cable remains clipped to the wall. No wind bends it. Inside, a barometer holds steady. The needle does not drift. The case remains dry. Near the desk, a mug rests on a coaster. The lid remains on. No steam rises. A paper note sits under a clear weight. Edges remain flat. No corner lifts. At the base of the tower, a maintenance door remains shut. Its hinges do not creak. A padlock stays centered in its loop. Beyond it, a short passage leads to the generator bay. The bay remains dark. No motor starts. A small charger light stays green on the power strip. Cables remain in tidy runs. No plug loosens. The low hum of the beacon continues above, steady, unchanging. Outside the window, a faint line of foam touches the rocks, then pulls away, then returns. The water stays gentle. The sound stays soft. Nothing changes its pace. The light keeps turning. The tower stays still. No change. Now. The stairwell lamp keeps its steady circle on the steps. No shadow changes shape. The paint remains dry. Outside, the beam continues its slow sweep. It crosses the harbor mouth, then returns to open water. In the service room, the panel stays in auto. No selector moves. No test light appears. The battery cabinet keeps one green lamp. The second lamp remains off. No alarm color shows. A relay inside the beacon controller clicks once. One click. Then the same low hum resumes. Nothing else follows it. The tower returns to its baseline quiet. At the window, dock lights remain in pale pools. Rope lines hang slack. No knot tightens. A buoy blinks far out beyond the breakwater. Slow, measured. The chart sleeve on the desk stays flat. Grid lines remain sharp. No page turns. The pencil stays clipped. No note is added. A thin draft moves through the vent grill. Not colder, not warmer, just even. The air settles again without change. Up the stair, the lens room door remains sealed. Its handle stays centered. No hinge shifts. Through the porthole, prisms keep their faint shine. No cloth moves across the glass. Outside, foam touches the rocks once, then pulls away, then returns. The sound stays soft and low. It never sharpens. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The lighthouse keeps its slow rotation above the empty harbor, quiet and unchanged through the next stretch of night. Near the coat hook, the rain jacket stays still. No zipper moves. The fabric does not sway. Boots remain on the mat. The mat stays flat. On the rope shelf, loops remain neat. loose end stays tucked. Nothing unravels. The flashlight stays off beside the coil. Its lens remains clear. A barometer needle holds steady. It does not drift. The case remains dry. The weather antenna cable stays clipped to the wall. No wind tugs it. Down at the dock, a metal ladder rests against the pier. Rungs remain dry. No footstep meets them. A small sign reads, "No entry." Letters remain clear in the lamp spill. In the generator passage, darkness remains complete. No motor starts. No fan turns. Only the beacon hum continues above, steady and even. At the base door, the padlock remains centered. No key turns. No latch lifts. The maintenance corridor remains shut from the tower. Outside, the beam returns again across the window frame. It slides over the sill, then moves on. The horizon stays dark and level. No boat light appears. The stairwell remains dry. The handrail remains cool. The lamp remains steady. And the quiet continues until morning. In the service cabinet, a spare foghorn fuse rests in its labeled slot. The slot remains full. No cover plate shifts. A small charger light stays green on the power strip. Cables remain in tidy runs. No plug loosens. On the desk, the mug remains on its coaster. The lid stays on. No steam rises. A paper note rests under a clear weight. Edges remain flat. No corner lifts. Along the stair, a small marker plate shows the landing number. Digits remain readable. No hand touches the metal. A thin line of salt sits on the window frame. It does not spread. It does not fall. Outside, the buoy blinks again and fades. The dock lights remain fixed. The water keeps its gentle pull at the rocks. The tower holds its place. The beam keeps turning. A soft settling sound comes once from the stairwell wall. Not a warning, just structure and temperature. Then stillness returns. No change follows now. The hatch is already sealed for the night. Blue panel light rests along the consoles. Headsets hang unused on their hooks. Nothing is about to arrive. You don't need to focus. The words can stay in the background. Like sonar holding dark water. A narrow corridor leads into the core room. Steel walls keep it dry, even cold. No door opens along the passage. A pressure gauge near the hatch holds steady. The needle does not drift. The glass stays clear. Consoles face a wall of quiet screens. Waveforms sit low and flat. No spike breaks the line. A grid map shows hydrophone nodes under ice. Tiny dots remain the same color. No warning appears. Fans turn behind a vent grill. Their tone stays low and constant. It does not rise. clicks once in the rack. One click, then baseline hum again. Cable trays run in straight channels overhead. Clamps keep their spacing. No wire hangs loose. A sealed door reads, "Flood chamber." The handle stays centered. No latch moves. On the main console, link stays stable. Letters remain sharp. No reconnect begins. A recorder light stays green. The spool turns at the same pace. A chair remains pushed in at the desk. Its wheels do not roll. The floor stays dry. A placard reads, "Hearing protection." The muffs remain on their hook. No hand reaches for them. In a side bay, pipes run insulated and straight. No condensation beads on the joints. A valve wheel rests at its mark. Paint lines remain aligned. No pressure release sounds. The station remains quiet. A dehumidifier tray remains empty. No drip reaches the drain. The grate stays dry. On one screen, a slow trace moves left to right. Not louder, not sharper. It fades back to a flat line. The wall remains calm. Nothing follows it. Headsets remain on their hooks. Cords hang straight. No sway reaches them. Power stays green on the status panel. Pressure stays green. Flood stays dark. No test is running. No alarm tone sounds. Only the low airflow remains. A ladder down to the hatch ring stays unused. Rungs remain dry. No boot touches them. The hatch wheel stays locked in its notch. A seal tag hangs flat at the rim. Battery bars remain in a neat row. They do not drop. They do not climb. A cabinet fan keeps its steady tone. It becomes easy to ignore. A log sheet rests under clear cover. The last entry is dated. No new line is written. A pencil remains clipped to the board. The clip stays tight. Gain remains set on a fixed dial. Its pointer does not move. Depth and temp remain steady. A bearing line stays centered. The trace remains quiet. A drawer labeled "Spare Seals" stays shut. The handle stays centered. No metal clinks. Next to it, a clear sleeve holds a checklist. Boxes are blank for this hour. No mark is added. An intercom speaker sits above the doorframe. No static breaks through. No voice arrives. A small red indicator stays off. Nothing calls for attention. Under the consoles, cable bundles run into a floor trench. Cover plates sit flush. Screws remain seated. A thin strip of reflective tape marks the edge. It does not flicker. It guides no one. A coolant line runs to a heat exchanger panel. The panel is warm but stable. No fan changes speed. A thermometer sticker remains readable. No numbers number shifts on the display. At the screen wall, a frequency chart stays pinned under glass. Grid lines remain sharp. A pointer stays fixed on one range. No sweep begins. No spike appears. The line holds flat. A sealed canister of desiccant rests in a bracket. The latch stays closed. The canister stays clear. No granules shift. No moisture line forms. A small work lamp over the desk casts a soft rectangle. Edges stay shallow. No brightness changes. A folded cloth rests beside the recorder. Its corners stay square. Nothing moves it. Outside the steel wall, pressure holds steady against ice. Inside, the room holds its calm pattern. Airflow, lights, and low monitors. Nothing else is needed. A muted click comes from the recorder housing. Then the same steady pace continues. No speed change follows. The green light stays on. On the hydrophone grid, one dot pulses once. Not faster, not brighter. Then it returns to normal. No second pulse follows. The corridor outside the core room stays empty. A second door remains shut at the bend. A label reads, "Restricted." The label stays clean. The handle does not turn. A short vibration passes through the floor plate. Not sharp, not repeated. The cabinet fans keep their tone. The screens keep their calm traces. The ladder stays unused. The hatch stays sealed. The seal tag stays flat. The station continues to listen without needing an answer. A small dial labeled gain stays fixed. No hand reaches for it. Room stays quiet. Okay. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The listening station holds steady beneath the ice. Quiet and unchanged through the long hours before morning. The blue panel light remains steady along the consoles. No screen brightens. No warning color appears. A slow trace moves across the waveform display. It stays low. It stays flat. At the rack, the relay does not click again. Fans keep their constant tone. Airflow stays even. The vent grill holds a faint vibration. It never grows. It never fades. On the status panel, power remains green. Pressure remains green. Flood remains dark. No test begins. No cover plate lifts. The recorder spool keeps its pace. The green light stays on. No label prints. A small counter holds its number. It does not jump. Along the floor trench, cover plates remain flush. Screws stay seated. Reflective tape keeps its thin edge. No footstep reaches the mat. Corners stay flat. The hatch wheel remains locked in its notch. The seal tag stays flat at the rim. No hand reaches for it. Rung rungs on the ladder remain dry. No boot touches them. In the side bay, the valve wheel stays on its mark. Paint lines remain aligned. No hiss comes from the joint. Pipes stay dry under insulation. No bead forms on the surface. At the hydrophone grid, the nodes remain steady. No cluster changes color. No alarm banner appears. One dot pulses once, then stops. The map returns to stillness. The intercom speaker remains silent. No static breaks through. No voice arrives. A red indicator stays off. Nothing calls for attention. A drawer labeled "Spare Seals" remains shut. The handle stays centered. No metal clinks. A clear sleeve holds the checklist. Boxes remain blank. Outside the steel wall, pressure stays constant against ice. Inside, the room keeps its calm pattern. Light, fans, and quiet screens. Nothing else begins. A soft click comes from the recorder housing. One click, then silence again. The spool continues at the same speed. No surge follows. The frequency chart under glass remains fixed. A pointer stays on its range. No sweep starts. The line stays flat. It remains calm. The cabinet fan keeps its low tone. Battery bars remain in a neat row. No bar drops. No charger fan surges. The cabinet stays cool. In the corridor outside the core room, a second door stays shut. The restricted label remains clean. The handle does not turn. No step sounds beyond it. A faint vibration passes through the floor plate. Not sharp, not repeated. The screens keep their calm traces. The air remains even. The hatch remains sealed. The ladder remains unused. The station continues to listen without needing an answer. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. A temperature readout holds its number. It does not climb. It does not drop. The coolant line stays warm to the touch. Heat exchanger fins remain clean. No fan changes speed. On the desk, the work lamp keeps its rectangle. Edges stay soft on the metal. A folded cloth remains beside the lamp. A pencil stays clipped to the log sheet cover. No line is written. The dated entry remains the last one. Headsets remain on their hooks. Cords hang straight. No sway reaches them. A small tag on one headset reads CAL3. The tag stays flat. Nothing moves it. Under the console, cable bundles run into the trench. Tie wraps keep their spacing. No connector loosens. A panel screw shows a paint mark. The mark stays aligned. No tool approaches it. Beyond the wall, the ice shelf holds. No crack sound reaches the room. No water sound reaches the steel. Only the steady hum remains and traces on the screens now.